Let me ask, what's your nationality according to the Bible? Before you jump in the car, I see you finna hotel. Get a fly. At least get a fly from us. Let us get you a fly. Come get a fly from us. This true for you too, sis. But you don't know we special to God. But we got to come back to God's ways in order for us to inherit His glory.
Right.
So I asked sis, let me ask you this, sis. Before you jump in the car, you celebrate Valentine's Day. Where do we get that from? Where do we get Valentine's Day from?
Uh-oh.
Come on, you know, did we make it up? I mean, when I say we, did the black folks make up Valentine's Day? We ain't made up nothing. What about Christmas? What about Thanksgiving? Did we make them customs up? Just think about it. We ain't really make this stuff up. We just follow it. Because you got to remember, on these certain days, we was enslaved on these days. What you say, bro? Stand in front of the dollar store. Come on, let me for a second, bro. With the white t-shirt on. What you got? Yeah, read that again.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32. And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So God said the truth shall set us free. His laws shall make us free. Hey, say, Mom, let me ask you something with the red shirt. Hey, come look at this sign over here, sis. Get her to come over here, Malachi. The Bible said, give me Psalms 147. He said God's laws is the truth. Let me ask you something, sis. Come look at this sign. I ain't going to hold you long. I want you to check this sign out before you go. I done taught this brother. Read this. Hey, man, let me ask you something before you go in the store. What is our nationality according to the Bible?
Bring it out.
Where do we come from? You know that, man? What is our nationality according to the Bible? People look at us like we're a disease. We literally your brothers out here with Bibles. How you doing, sis? You celebrate Valentine's Day today? Okay, let me ask you this. What you choose? Where do we get that custom from? Where do we get these customs that we follow from? Is it one of our customs, or did we learn that as we was brought over here in slavery? What you say? Because you know our history was slaves, right? Okay, so when we got over here slaves, did we have the right to come up with any worldly customs? Did they allow us to come up with any worldly customs? No, right? So Valentine's Day, where do we get that custom from? I asked you that, let me ask you another question. And does Valentine's Day benefit us? Does it benefit us, or does it benefit them? Because on Valentine's Day, we go in all these stores around the country, right? And we buy things. Money coming out of our pocket, but who gaining all the money? They are, right? Now I ask you, what is the origin of Valentine's Day? Where do we get it from? So we got it from them, right? Now us following them, give me Deuteronomy 28 and 43. I ain't gonna hold you long, sis. I'm gonna show you, I know you got your kids over there, I ain't gonna hold you long. What I'm gonna show you is real quick, us following them, us following their ways, it what's got us on the bottom of society. And as we follow them, God is going to continue to let us be on the bottom until we stop following their ways and turn back to God's ways. Right. That's the ways we don't know. Like the biblical holidays, we don't know nothing about them. New Moon, Passover, Feast of Tabernacle. Right. We don't know none of the God's customs, but we follow all the customs of our oppressor, right? But watch, this is what God said. I'm going to leave you with this scripture showing when we follow these nations like we're doing as a collective, they're going to continue to rule over us. That's what God said. Watch this, though.
Right. This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 43. The stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high.
Now, the strangers is the other nations. He said the strangers that's around us shall get above us very high, meaning they're gonna be the top nations. So he said the strangers within thee shall get above thee very high.
And thou shalt come down very low.
So God said, as they continue to prosper in this land, we're going to continue to decrease in this land. We're going to continue to go to the very bottom. Watch this, read on.
He shall lend to thee.
Remember, the nation shall lend to us when you want an education, when you want a loan, when you want a birth certificate, death certificate, you want anything. The other nations give it to us, am I right? Anything we want, we got to go to another nation to get. So God said they shall lend to us.
And thou shalt not lend to him.
And we won't do nothing to him. They don't come to us for nothing but labor. Right. The work for them. That's the only thing they come to us for. Read on, watch this.
He shall be the head, and thou shalt be the tail
God said they're going to continue to be the head over us, and we're going to continue to be the tail. Why? Because we're not following God, and who we following? We following them.
Right.
We literally following them with everything, sis. Christmas time, they put the music in the stores. They put all the Christmas stuff up. Who the first ones in the store to be down the store to give out the little money we do have? We are. Thanksgiving, who do the same thing? We do. We follow them with everything, not knowing none of the customs, don't know where it come from, but God say, as long as we follow them, we will always be up under them. So what I'm showing you is, as God's people, we are God's chosen people, the Israelites. Have you ever heard that before? We are the biblical Israelites. This ain't nothing. We ain't just come up here just to get the Bible and teach on the corners and just go around and pass out flyers just to be blue in the face. We are here literally spreading the message that we are the people of God. Right. And we must come back to God's ways, right. God's commandments. But I'm going to follow that, read that flyer. Let me ask you something, sis. What color is Jesus Christ? Black. How you know he black? He from Egypt, or they was around the area. Okay. Yes, because he told the angel told him to flee, told their father to flee into Egypt. So you say he black. So who is this right here then? Who is these white boys right here then? All of them. Who is the white boys? And you know what they did. They painted Christ, like you said, Jesus in their image. So who did this though? And now who did they worship this though? Who worshiped the white image of Jesus? What people worship a white image of Jesus? Think about it. What people on this earth, what race of people follow white Jesus when you knowing Christ is a black man? Who follow that? We do. Well, yes, majority of the black folks. We follow it. But you just said Jesus Christ is a black man. You are absolutely right. So when we follow Jesus Christ as a white man, is we following the truth? We even are following the truth. Give me that back in John. Watch this. Look what God say. Watch this, sis. You got it? We trying to show our people this time for us now to come back to the Bible, to come back to our true nationality. We are the biblical Israelites. You ever heard that before? You heard this before? That we are God's chosen people. You heard that before? Okay, but who are God's chosen people? Is this anybody, or what do God call his chosen people? What's the name do God call his chosen people? The Israelites. You're absolutely right. Now, who are the biblical Israelites today? The biblical Israelites. Who are those today? How you know? You don't know. But you're right. You give me the time to show you, prove to you? I'm going to prove to you. Give me John 8:32. Watch this. Let me show you. I want you to listen. Now, as we reading the Bible, I want you to make sure you're listening to everything that's coming out. As we reading the Bible, look at it. See? It's the Bible. Make sure you're listening now. All right, read this.
This is the book of John, chapter 8 and verse 32.
Bring it out.
And ye shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free.
So God said he's going to reveal the truth to us, and the truth is going to set us free mentally, emotionally. The truth, when we find out the truth, is going to release a whole lot off of you. Watch this. Read this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 1 and verse 1. These be the words which Moses spake unto all Israel.
Now, Moses, who God was dealing with Moses, and in Egypt, God was dealing with Moses. And this right here, Deuteronomy 1:1 say, these be the words that Moses spoke into all Israel. When you look on this sign, there's 12 tribes of Israel. The Judah is the American black. Benjamin is the West Indians, the Jamaicans. What is this? Levi is the Haitians of today. This is our biblical name. This is what we was renamed here when we went into captivity. All right, these are words that Moses spoke to the Israelites. Deuteronomy 28, read verse 15.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 28 and verse 15. But it shall come to pass, if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Lord thy God.
He said, if you don't listen to the words of God, who he talking to? Who? Who is the people? Okay, I just want to make sure you're rolling with me. He talking to the Israelites. He said, if you don't listen to me, read.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day, that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
Now, Moses told the Israelites from message from God, if y'all don't listen to God, He's going to put curses on us, and they're going to overtake us, and they're going to pursue us, meaning wherever we go, we're going to be up under curses. Curses a good thing or a bad thing? Bad thing. Deuteronomy 28:1, verse 1. Watch this. This is what Moses talking to the Israelites still. That's what he said. Remember, he said, if you don't listen to him, he's going to curse you. That's what he said when we do listen to him.
Verse 1. And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe, to do all his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
He told them, look, if y'all listen, God going to set us above all nations of the earth. We going to be the top nation. They going to come to us for everything. We going to have the mighty military. We going to have the finances. We going to have the corporations. We going to have the farmland. We going to have all the major land. We will be the top nation on the earth. Read.
And all these blessings shall come on thee and overtake thee.
Now he said, if you listen, he going to do what to us? He going to bless us. But if we don't listen to us, he going to do what? Verse 16. Read on. Watch this. This is when we don't listen to God.
Cursed shalt thou be in the city.
Now he said, if you don't listen to me, every city in the world, you're going to be cursed in it. Every county, every city, everywhere you go, who in the hood? We are.
Right.
We the people killing each other. We the people filling the prison system.
Bring it out.
We the people filling the clinic. We are those people. So he said, and you got to think about it. That's just not here in Mobile County. That's everywhere we at.
Right.
You cross state border going to Mississippi, it looks just like Mobile.
Right.
You cross state border to go to Florida, it looks just like here in Mobile. We're in the same conditions. So he said, cursed shall thou be in the city. What else you got?
And cursed shall thou be in the field.
Then he said, I'm going to curse you in the field. What fields were we working in? Who was in the cotton field? He ain't never had no white boy shackled to us. He ain't had no Chinese woman shackled to us. We ain't had the Arabs who own these gas stations shackled to us.
Teach.
We was the only ones in the cotton field, in the tobacco field. That was only us. Why is this happening only us though? Because what? According to God. Do we follow him today? So therefore, is we blessed the curse. We are cursed people.
Right.
So that's what we showing our people, that we are the biblical Israelites. The Bible is a true book.
That's right.
If we don't listen to God, we're going to stay at the bottom. If we listen to God, we're going to be the top nation. Have God changed? Give me that Malachi 3. How you know? This is a real question. How you know God ain't changed? Did you know if it's in the Bible or not? Okay, let's see.
This is the book of Malachi, chapter 3 and verse 6.
Bring it out.
For I am the Lord, I change not.
What did he just say? He don't change. So if we keep his commandments, he gonna do what? He gonna bless us. It's just that simple. It's just that simple. Give me Deuteronomy 28:6. Slavery. Us going into slavery on cargo slave ships. Was that a part of our curse? How you know? Is it in the Bible to be a part of our curse? You know a scripture?
I don't know the scripture, no.
How do you know that? And I'm asking you this, don't think
I'm being honest with you.
Okay.
Because that young man just told me.
Okay. Now watch this. I'm going to show you in the Bible that, remember, Moses was talking to God's people, the Israelites? That Moses told us that we were going to slavery with cargo slave ships. Watch this, though.
Verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
You remember when the Israelites were first in Egypt, they was in slavery under Pharaoh, when Moses said, let my people go. So he said, you are going to Egypt again, meaning Egypt is another word for slavery or bondage. So he said, you'll go, read it again from the top.
And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Slavery again.
With ships.
How?
With ships.
He said, you're going to go into slavery, but this time you're going to go on ships. Look at this right here. Who at the bottom of the ship? That's us. That's us. We the ones at the bottom of the ships. Cargo slave ships. beat on the back. He said we're going to be cursed in the field. You're going to go into slavery on ships. Go give me verse on your sons and daughters shall be given unto people. Put that down. You good, officer. Watch this. These just some of the curses, right? For what? Disobeying the God's commandments. Read this.
46. And they shall be upon thee for a sign and for a wonder, and upon thy seed forever.
So he said these curses are going to be upon us as a sign, so we can identify that we are those people. It's clearly we the only people cursed in the city.
Right.
It's clearly we the only people in the fields.
Right.
Even in the fields today, who work 40, 50 hours a week just to get their money to somebody else? We do.
Right.
So this clearly us. But why? Because we don't do what? We don't follow God's commandments. Do you follow God's commandments? Do you? Okay. So, I'm listening. It depends. Okay.
It's some commandments that I know I've broken. I can't fix it.
Okay. But could you repent? Can you stop doing it? You can stop doing it. Deuteronomy 20:25.
Bring it out.
I'm going to give you a commandment. And with us breaking this commandment, it's got curses. Not just this one. There's many more. But this is a commandment I'm going to give to you because you breaking it right now. Standing in front of me. Yes, ma'am. Watch this.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 22 and verse 5. The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man.
What did you just say? What did you say, sis?
He said a woman should not wear what's pertaining to a man.
What is that? What should? Okay. Do jeans, do pants belong to women? Who they belong to? Read it from the top again.
The woman shall not wear that which pertaineth unto a man. Neither shall a man put on a woman's garment.
He said, neither shall a man put on a woman's garment. You don't see a man in dress, you're going to be like, man, he tripping. But, right? You're going to say he tripping. But today, our sisters dress in pants and in shorts, not knowing how God feel about it. Read on, watch this.
For all that do so.
For every one of us that's cross-dressing, because that's what God called it. For all that do so.
Are abomination unto the Lord thy God.
He said, everyone that's do so is an abomination to God. How do God feel about abominations? He don't like it. Let's see how much he don't like it. Let's read this.
This is the book of Jeremiah.
You on point. That's why we are here to give you warning. That we got to turn back. We got to turn from sin.
Right.
We got to come back to God's laws. Not just you. Us. We are the children of Israel. We are the biblical Israelites. Watch this. Now, how do God feel about abomination? Let's see.
This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 44 and verse 4.
Bring it out.
Howbeit I sent unto you all my servants, the prophets, rising early and sending them, saying.
So God said he sent the prophets to tell you this.
Oh, do not this abominable thing that I hate.
What did he just say, sis? Do not this abominable thing that he what? God hates to see a woman in pants.
Right. Bring it out.
Now, how do we switch that up? How do we switch it up? Okay. Okay, but you wear them now. Okay, let me ask you this. Just say you wear them every now and then. You wear your dresses. You wear your pants every now and then. If Christ returned today, would you get the kingdom if you playing both sides? Why not? And he told you not to do what? Not to do it. So what you got to put on then? You need to put on a dress.
Right.
And let me show you. Have you ever seen a princess on any movie in pants? Any movie?
Depends on what you call pants.
Pants.
A princess?
A princess.
A real princess?
A princess in any movie.
In any movie? Yeah, I've seen.
What movie you seen one in? See what I'm saying?
No, I just don't want to see what.
See what I'm saying? But what we're trying to show you is that we are royalty. According to God. We are royal. Give me 1 Peter 2:9.
Bring it out.
We are royal people, sis. Now we think we just niggas. We just think we Negroes, African American. We just think we normal folks. We think we like the other nations because of the simple fact we've been oppressed so long. We've been at the bottom so long. Century after century, we at the bottom. Century after century, we fill in the prisons. Century after century, we in debt. We stressed out. We don't have nothing. We don't own nothing. This year after year after year after year, now we take this as our normal. It's just life. It's just how it is. But God feels different about us. We just don't know it, and we don't know how to receive our glory again.
Right.
But that's why he's sending us the prophets to say, look, this is how you get your glory back. This is how you get your rulership back. This is how you get your servants back. Because at one point in time, you had servants. At one point in time, we had servants. We don't remember that because we've been so disconnected from our true culture of the Israelites. So we don't know. Because when you read the Bible, the Israelites was a royal people.
Bring it out.
They own everything. All nations come to them for wisdom. But we so disconnected from that, we don't even see that's us. That's why we come out here to show our people it's us, the royal people.
Shalom, Israel. This is Bishop Nathaniel. I want you to know that you can view all our Sabbath classes live on IUIC TV. That's right, I said on IUIC TV. Download the app today. Shalom.
What is the nation? Nation is men leading by example.